What's going on, guys? All right, so if you're confused about NFTs, don't worry. You're not alone. Most people don't understand them, and the ones who actually do, they don't really know exactly how to go about explaining them. Now, before researching as well as speaking to friends who's heavily involved in the NFT space, I myself had no idea what they were. At first, I didn't understand them, nor did I understand why people were making thousands and sometimes even millions of dollars buying and selling these NFTs. In reality, I actually thought that it was a fad that would quickly go away. Again, after doing some more research and speaking to some friends who are heavily involved in the NFT space, I quickly realized how the technology as well as its usage can be beneficial for creators, entrepreneurs, and business owners like you and I. Now, before we get started, my name is Handsome Kelly. I'm a day trader who's coached over 1,000 other individuals on how to successfully trade in financial markets, as well as how to invest and build their wealth. In this video, I'll be bringing down NFTs, what they are, and as the world moves forward, especially with technology, I'll give you guys my thoughts on the potentials of NFTs. For more convos, videos, and market breakdowns on NFTs, cryptos, the stock market, or trading overall, join my Discord by clicking the link in the description below. Alright, so before breaking down NFTs and what they are, we first need to go over Web 3.0. Now, by doing this, you'll have a better understanding of why NFTs even became popular in the first place. So Web 3.0 is the next version of the internet. Now, some of you guys are probably saying to yourself, there's a Web 3? Yes, there is a Web 3. So what I'm going to do is break down Web 1 as well as Web 2. Alright, so Web 1.0 was the start of the internet. This was roughly between the years of the early 90s as well as the early 2000s. So Web 1.0 was read-only with no true interactions. On it was a page with just filled with text. You'll have hyperlinks, and if you click one of the hyperlinks, it'll take you to another page that's just, again, filled with more text. Alright, so for my 90s babies as well as those who are older than us, you remember how the internet was during a dial-up stage? Yeah, that right there, that's Web 1.0. So following Web 1.0, we have what we currently have, which is Web 1.2. Well, technically, depending on when you're viewing this, we currently have Web 1.2, but then we actually also currently use Web 3.0. It gets a little tricky, but I'm going to break it down. So Web 2.0 is largely community-based. Most of the content is user-created content and is highly interactive. So examples of this can be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, social media overall, and so forth. All right, so before getting into Web 3.0, what's important to understand about Web 2.0, which is very interactive, is the fact that the only thing we can actually buy and own on the internet is our domain name. So a perfect example, I own handsomekelly.com, right? So that domain name shows that no one else can use that domain name. I'm the only one who has access to that. Now, besides that, every single thing else on the internet is owned by corporations. Take this video, for example. Yes, I made this video, and yes, it's on my YouTube channel, but YouTube can easily come, take this video down, shut down my channel, and so forth, right? And that's the same exact thing with these other platforms and social media platforms. We don't actually own anything. Everything else is owned by them. We're just utilizing their platform. Now, this is what brings us to Web 3.0. The important thing about Web 3.0 is the fact that you actually own parts of the internet. With Web 3, everything that you make, buy, and sell on the internet is yours, and you have full ownership. And all of this is due to the blockchain, but to be more direct, NFTs, which gives you digital ownership. What's funny is that a lot of people say that NFTs are scams, mainly because all they see is people posting pictures and then buying and selling them. However, they themselves, what they'll do is they'll post their original content on Instagram in exchange for a digital like or just a tweet. So which one is a real scam? And what's a common thing to say is I can easily right-click this image, I can save it to my phone or my computer, and that is true. However, you don't actually own the rights of that image. All you now own is just the image. Right? So by owning the actual rights of it, there's benefits that come with that again, you don't own that because you decide to right click it. Now, when it comes to value, let's take this $100 bill, for example, right? Over time, we agreed that this $100 bill is worth $100, right? So what that means is we can exchange for goods and services that cost us up to $100. This same exact thing can be applied to NFTs and why they're so valuable. The value of an NFT is based on how much is embraced as well as the value that we give it to determine its worth. With value, NFTs have huge growth potential. The same way how Web 1.0 became Web 3.0, NFTs have that same potential and can transform over time as well. Alright, so this whole time I've been saying the word NFT, but I didn't actually break it down and give a definition. NFT is actually an acronym which stands for non-fungible token. To break this down, the word fungible means replaceable. So non-fungible, all that means is non-replaceable. So NFTs are non-replaceable tokens, and what that means is that you cannot copy it, you can't duplicate it, There's only one. Even if you find something that's similar, it's not the same as the original. For example, let's say the Mona Lisa, right? There's only one true Mona Lisa, which is located in France. However, all throughout the world, you can go to different tourist attractions and you can find a Mona Lisa, but the price of it is not the same as the one in France. Why? Because again, it's not the original, it's a duplicate. So by owning an NFT, you have a digital token that represents a digital contract on a blockchain that shows other individuals that you own this, it's authentic, it's verified, and again, this, guys, gives you digital ownership. Now, here's how you can benefit from NFTs. As an artist, NFTs can help you replace the middleman. Now, the middleman, it can be Apple Music, it can be Spotify, it can be an art gallery, it doesn't matter. Whatever you feel your middleman is, you can replace that. And how you can go about doing so is by selling your digital goods or your digital music on a blockchain. And the great part about this is that let's say someone else decides to resell your work. Due to the smart contracts, every time someone decides to resell your work, you can get paid for that. Now, in layman's terms, a smart contract, what that is a tool that's used to implement a sale agreement between a buyer of the NFT as well as the owner of the NFT. Now, within this agreement, you can add stipulations to it like, if you decide to resell this, I'll make X amount on the top of that sale. And again, this is just another way for you to exit out the middleman. Now, as the world moves forward with this technology, you're going to start to see less fake things being sold on the internet, and here's why. Imagine doing some online shopping. You go to a website that looks legit, you buy some goods, let's say you buy some Louis sneakers, right? It finally gets in the mail, and that's when you realize that these Louis sneakers that you just bought online is actually fake. You'll be very upset. Now again, with NFTs, it's verified on a blockchain. Means that you can see the transaction history, you can see who owns it, and so forth. And another usage of NFTs are what's attached to them. NFTs can be tickets to an event, it can be access to membership, access to mentorship, it can be a deed to a house. It doesn't matter. What you decide to attach to that NFT and give access to the owner of that NFT, you can do that. Let's say you're LeBron James and you just open up a new basketball gym. Now with this gym, you can only have access to it if you purchase a certain NFT. And with this NFT, it'll give you access. Right? So things like that is something that can be beneficial when it comes to having an NFT as well as adding whoever has access to that NFT or whatever else comes with it. So again, back to this example, if you're trying to get inside of this gym, you have to show your NFT. You can go on a blockchain or show your actual wallet, confirms that you own that NFT, and now you have access to the gym. Or let's say you have front row seats to a Drake concert, right? You no longer can go. However, what you want to do is sell your Drake concert front row tickets as an NFT. By doing this, you can eliminate Ticketmaster or StubHub or whatever you decide to resell that ticket at, you can now do as an NFT. So with this, you can keep all of those profits, you can donate it, it's up to you, it's right, whatever you decide to do with that. But again, by owning that NFT, when someone accesses the actual concert, all they have to do is show the NFT and the NFT shows that they have access to this front row seat at a Drake concert. All right, so wrapping this video up, I didn't want to make it too long, but I want to make sure you guys have an actual breakdown of NFTs as well as its potential for the future. I hope this video was simple, easy to follow, and then you have a better understanding of NFTs, its usage, and its potential. Now, if I did any of those above, please share this with others. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, write a comment, say, hey, this was a great definition, great breakdown, and so forth. Until next video, guys, take care.